Hey guys, so this for this recipe, before you start, you wanna turn on the oven, put it preheat, and then get two big sweet potatoes. I'm gonna have it with sweet potato mash. Obviously, if you like normal potato mash, the only reason I eat sweet potatoes is because the glycemic index is much lower. So when you eat it, it doesn't act like sugar. So normal white potatoes, by the time you have it, your body recognizes as sugars, and that's how it processes. So I'm going to cut this in half, fold it in foil, and then pop it in the oven at 200 degrees for about 45 minutes. Hey guys, so this is my second meal from my 2 week shopping from Tesco. I'm gonna do a double chestnut stew. I'm gonna have baby chestnuts and whole chestnuts. I also have some chikati mushrooms, some pak choy. I'm gonna put red onion, half a red onion, 1 celery, carrots, some aubergine, some courgettes, and then just kale. I'm also gonna add some red wine. It is vegan. You don't have to add the red wine. I just really like the flavor in red wine and these things. And then I'll just my usual spices that you know that I love. Yeah. Also, put to this some stock cube. So I've chopped all the veg, not all of it, sorry. So the ones I'm gonna sweat. So I've got here the carrots, onions, a quarter of an onion, half a carrot, 2 garlic, courgette, half a courgette, half an aubergine, and 1 rib of celery. Also added a stock cube and half of the wine. I'm gonna put the lid on and let this sweat for about 5-7 minutes. Obviously, I'm not eating oil. I am, but only cold. I don't cook with oil as such, just due to my fibroid problem. But if you're fine with oil and you don't have any other health conditions, just pop in like 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and that should be quite nice as well. So I've sweated the veg for about 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the wine, so it's also a cup. Obviously you can do it with water. A whole tin of tomato, dice again. If you don't, you can always make your own tomato puree. And then I've got here half a pack of mushrooms, and then a full pack of the shiitake mushrooms. I've got here the whole chestnuts and the pak choy. I'm going to give these a wash, and then I'm going to let this simmer for another 5 minutes, and then add the mushrooms. I'll leave it for maybe 10 minutes. And the pak choy, I don't want the pak choy to cook completely. I want it to be nice and crunchy, so I'll leave that right at the end. So after the mushrooms, I'll add the kale. Kale, I'm not really sure. I'm still thinking about the kale. I might add it or not. So yeah, these are my final ingredients, and it's almost ready. So I've simmered the mushrooms. I've decided just to put 1 handful of kale because I don't want the kale to take over. As you can see, you don't need much water because you don't want a soup, you want a stew. Like I said, I've added 1 cup of red wine. However, you can just add water, but 1 cup should be enough because the vegetables have a lot of water and you really want the flavours to simmer. So right at the end, I've decided I had some herbs at home, fresh herbs, just rosemary, coriander, sage, and I don't know what the other one is. So I've chopped these up, and by the way, these are just extra that I had at home. So now I'm gonna throw in the chestnuts. I've decided just to do half a pack of chestnuts and the pak choy. I don't want it to overcook, so I'm gonna put that on a very low heat, and then just for another 7 minutes, and that should be enough. So I'm just gonna pop in these in the pot. As you can see, the sweet potato is nice and soft. I'm gonna remove the skin and just mash it up, make mashed sweet potato. So there you go. I've peeled the skin off. If the skin is full of goodness. If you don't want to make the mash, you could just eat it like that. So to this, I'm gonna add a pinch of Himalayan black salt, just a little bit of black pepper and some olive oil. All of these are just to taste. You don't have to add it. So in total, this recipe takes for about 4 portions. The 2 sweet potatoes were just 2 portions of mash, but you can have it with rice or just on its own. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and have it for the rest of the week, or whatever I don't have, I can just freeze it. So there you go.